All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Adrien's bike. That's a good look. This is a 1992 BMW R80R, and it's bought out to a 1070, similar to the other bike we just did. Adrien's here to talk us through everything that he's done to it. Adrien, over to you. What did you do to this?
Now it's still a R80R,
Okay.
but it has been swapped with a bigger kit for the engine. Now
Okay.
it's a 1070cc,
Wow.
so it's the biggest flat twin you can have without going too crazy. And,
So this thing pulls.
It pulls. It still has to be fine-tuned in terms of carburation.
Right, okay.
It's a bit a pain in the neck to make the perfect carburation. on
Oh,
it.
really?
But we will go there.
Is that because it's got air filters?
It got air filters, different carburetors,
Right.
which are 42 millimeters instead of 38s,
Okay.
which is making the setup a bit more complicated.
Right. Let's start at the front and then we'll work our way back. So, sorry about. No, you can tell it's a proper garage. There's some noises all over.
Yeah.
All right. So starting from the front. So the shocks.
The shocks are a kit we build on most of our bikes. It's a full kit with triple clamps, forks, calipers, and disc brakes. Those are usually coming from the S1000RR.
Wow.
So the track bike from BMW. So you have like the nimbleness from a modern motorcycle
Right.
on a young timer or even on old timers.
On an
We have
old
bikes
timer.
from the 70s with the same kit on it.
Wow.
So you have the braking performance of a modern bike on a good-looking bike.
How many millimeters are these?
320.
These are 320. Yes.
And
That's a lot of stopping power for,
yeah, it is a lot.
for a bike like this.
We have 4 piston calipers.
So you got
Those
4
are
piston
from
calipers.
Beringer, a French brand.
Beringer,
who
yes,
used to
Beringer.
work with aeronautics.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do brakes for small airplanes too.
Wow.
So
And then
quality-wise, they are pretty good.
It's, for those who've seen a lot of custom bikes out there, Beringer and obviously Brembo are the two kind of leaders in that field. And obviously that
Definitely.
goes up to all the calipers, the braking, the clutches,
master
everything,
cylinder, yeah.
all done. So that all came as a kit together?
Yeah, this
Wow.
is something we provide here.
And
myself.
you can do that. So
Yeah.
I could bring in
With
my
full-
BMW and you can put that whole
definitely, with full street homologation for Switzerland,
Wow.
which is valid for most of the countries around the world.
kit. And tires you've got on here. This looks like Hyde. Is that a Hyde now? No.
This is MT60 from Pirelli.
Pirelli MT60s.
Yeah,
Got
correct.
it. Okay, so kind of.
This one is the RS in front because
Right.
it's more street focus.
Okay.
And this one is not the RS because the size doesn't exist for the rim.
Right, we're going to talk a little bit about that back wheel because I've seen how close the shock is to that we're going to talk through. Headlight.
Headlights.
You said something
3 headlights in one.
So it's 3 different pieces you put together.
How to make easy stuff complicated.
Right, so the actual...
So the actually headlights itself, it's a LED headlight with accelerometers inside. So you
Okay.
have a special lighting when you turn for the inside of the curve.
Wow, so it's
when you lean-
tilt sensitive.
Yeah, correct. Then I found a frame around in Australia from a purpose-built motorcycles.
Purpose-built motor.
Who were kind enough to sell me only the frame and not the full headlight.
Wow.
And I was missing a cone at the back for the shape, for the style. So I took the cheapest headlight I could find, just broke it open and,
Wow.
and glued with black Sika. This metal.
But it's all metal
part,
still,
this is all
and then you
metal.
welded it all on.
I
Or just
glued it with Sika, black Sika,
Wow.
Sika Flex.
I mean, you wouldn't know. You just think that. I mean, maybe
looks like a-
maybe this should be a Meister headlight.
Maybe we should get
You're
in
seeing
touch-
it here first.
In touch with the 3
You
brands.
should. There's something you guys do which is quite synonymous with Meister, is this kind of
Clean cockpits.
very clean
Minimalist.
kind of top clamp here with the Moto Gadget Speedo kind of built in. Do Moto Gadget provide the top clamp or it's another company?
No, it's another company.
Okay.
But this very brand is providing 3 different clamps in this part
Right.
to be able to put all the Moto Gadgets.
So the thin LED
The thin
one,
the big round one,
ones.
classical, and this half moon shape with all the most
I love
information
it.
you will get is with this.
is interesting.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
shows tachometer.
Tachometer, you have acceleration in G's, deceleration 0 to 100,
Wow.
100 to 0, all this stuff is
And you can
inside.
calibrate all of that using the
Correct.
switch
you
gear.
have always a special little button hidden somewhere here to change all the menus.
So
It's
clean,
written
isn't it?
Right here. Yeah.
And then shocks, these are all adjustable from the top here?
Correct. Yeah.
Amazing.
Preload and compression. Yeah.
While we're up here, is that a bell?
No, That's two. That's just a half sphere
Half
to
sphere?
put the iPhone on it. Yeah. So I have something sticky here.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Wait, no
I
way.
have a magnet hidden here. Put this here and here.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is.
And you can move it around because it's spherical.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
No, me either. I don't know where
Wow.
I found this one long time ago.
That is extraordinary. And so the magnet just hides under here
Yeah, because
when you
this
don't
is
need it. It's all metal anyway.
Yeah.
I
So
always
the
thought that was a bell.
No, it's not.
I was always like, why would you
We
need?
have a horn. We have a horn here.
You're not going to hear the
for
bell.
traffic, yeah.
Moving up to the handlebar. I mean, this is a
clean.
very
This is
clean
a fat bar.
Fat bar.
Goes from 28 to 22.
to
just for the
7/8,
style.
right? Yeah.
Clean cockpit as much as possible.
Yes.
The only mandatory controls we need here is the horn and the high beam, because no blinkers. It's not mandatory on the street before 2013.
So you don't need any blinkers at all.
Not at
No
all.
mirrors.
Just the arm. Mirror is mandatory on one side. Yeah.
Keeps it very clean. I mean,
Yeah.
this is something I absolutely
all the
love.
wiring is going into the bar.
So that's a Meister
Meister
kind of
touch.
staple. And these are built well grips or no Vans?
They are Vans.
Vans grips.
Yeah.
Love that. And then moving up to
The tank from the BMWs from this time, but this bike had a bigger tank. The R80Rs have the fat one, which is
Okay.
higher and shorter.
wow,
But I thought for this project that was the best shape.
keep a lower profile.
to go
Right.
with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this one is providing this horizontal line that we always like to have
okay.
on all our motorcycles. From the front till the rear, we try always to have like a straight line, as straight as possible.
Right.
That gives the proportion and the shape of the motorcycle.
So you really think a lot about the
Yeah.
geometry
Yeah.
of, I guess, like the frame cut
Exactly.
to there and
Exactly.
then the flat
Yeah, and this tank is risen by
Wow, okay.
20 millimeters.
to keep it
Yeah, to keep it in line with the
to
rear
match
frame.
with the subframe.
Correct.
And then the subframe is obviously something that Meister do
Yeah.
a lot with these bikes. You have the homologated testing.
Correct.
On
So those
these.
are parts we import from
Right.
Germany,
Okay.
from different brands, but we have all the homologations to put them on BMWs,
Oh, okay.
and we can still cut into them and give different shapes, because the structural part goes until here, and the
Wow.
whole rear, it's actually free of...
Just floating.
It's floating, so we
Oh,
can...
on one side.
Yeah, and so we basically cut here, removed like 10 centimeters, and then put this
you
higher
just
angle.
lift it up.
It used to be long like this, and
Really?
it was almost flat. And that's a shape I always wanted to do on a,
So it's
on a
yeah,
project.
it gives a nice little kind of
Yeah,
kickback.
correct.
Talk me through the yen.
That's a little symbol of my nickname from
Got-
Adrien. This is the sign from the Japanese currency.
So the engine has been bought out. So it's a big bore kit. It was an R80,
Correct.
and now it is a 1070.
Exactly.
So you've managed to get absolutely every horse
Yeah.
out of this bike.
There is a potential of 100 horsepower. We're not there yet. It's probably closer to 80 now.
Wow.
But with time and commitment, we will try to reach probably 90, 95, maybe 100 PS.
Unreal.
That's the goal.
So how fast does this go now?
We had a race 2 weeks ago on an airstrip.
Yeah.
I reached 175, 180 with this one. Yeah,
Are you kidding?
yeah. So, but
Wow.
I'm sure it can reach 200, 210 probably.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. With,
And then-
with a
and-
long straight.
And everything fine, like no wobble with the.
Nothing. And the
Incredible.
braking performance is giving
And I
you a
bet
lot.
the sound of this with these pipes, like what this exhaust you have
This
on here.
exhaust, a legal exhaust. This is a two-in-one with a Y shape
So
underneath.
it's two into one, and
yeah.
then wow.
And there is like a cross pipe, a bridge in front,
Right.
which allows the engine to use both pipes as the cylinders are banging one after the other. You have the rear lights,
I
which
saw
is
that.
street legal right
Yeah.
here.
Wow.
So no blinkers, those are the red light and the brake light.
That's
all
very,
together.
very cool. And then the seat, you do this all in house?
All in-house. We have the luck to have a saddler working with us with more than 40 years of experience.
Wow.
He used to work for big brands like Rolls-Royce, Bentley,
Right,
Lamborghini, and so on. He's working now with us. We are building the frame itself.
The actual
underneath,
sub-
either
okay.
in glass fiber or this one is in
Right.
carbon fiber.
The seat frame?
Then you can shape the foam yourself or with the saddler.
Wow.
I was not exactly happy at the beginning. I wanted to have a thinner thickness here
Right,
and here.
okay.
It's like tapered shape.
Right.
So I went to his. He used to work in his own shed before. Now he's working with us. So I went there. We shaped the saddle together.
It's
then
beautiful.
we choose the material, and
And it
the
goes
stitching.
so well. The black and
black
the
and
red
the
stitching. This is Alcantara.
That's correct.
Correct. Yeah. Amazing. The rear shock again. This is Öhlins or
No, this is Hyper Pro.
Hyper
It's
Pro.
a brand I discovered when I built this bike, and providing a lot of different shocks for young timers and so on. And they set up the shock for your own body weight. So you have, when you order the shock, you have to.
Is this before or after lunch?
This is before lunch in the morning, like,
So in
like
the morning.
daughter. Yeah.
So
with
when you've
no
eaten
food.
nothing, that's when they weigh you.
Yeah.
Okay.
70 kilos. This shock is set for.
Anyone else bigger than him, you can't ride this bike.
No.
I mean, look how tight that is. That's. When you put this on, did you? I mean, and did you have to do any adjustments, or it just
No,
fit like that?
sometimes we have to move the wheel a bit to the left,
Right.
to allow the tire.
You put
not
like a
to touch
spacer in,
the
yeah.
spaces. With this one, it's still in the center, which I'm pretty happy with.
I mean, it's
usually it's touching the. How you call this part?
The sidewall.
This, yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. Just, I mean, it's almost like barely touching. It's so neatly done. Like everything is just meticulous. It just fits.
Yeah.
And it goes into
So I
play.
went a bit crazy on this project. Took me a year and a half to figure it out exactly what I want to do. Look for parts all over around the world. The foot pegs are coming from the US, for example. It's just an old couple passionate about
Night design.
yeah.
Very cool. And talk me through quickly. You said it has a specific drive shaft.
Yeah, so the BMWs we're working on are 3 different transmission. You have the double link, so you have the two shafts on the side. You have the
Monoshock.
correct, and you have the paralever. Paralever is the latest one, the most modern one. You have an extra link underneath.
That's this guy right here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which allows the wheel, when on a bump, to go up and stays in this position. The wheel itself is not rotating around this axle like it will do on a normal bike,
Wow.
which provides more comfort and more control.